We can say, oh, I'm sorry. We always say, it's okay. We don't mean this. I think we'd be surprised if they came back, actually. Oh! Said it was all right. Come on in. She said it was okay. No, Julie.
To remove that as well. Eastbound on the 401, it's busy from Winston Churchill to east of Mississauga Road. Slows again from the 427 to the 400 in the Express. And just watch out for a stalled vehicle east of Warden in the Express. It's on the right shoulder. Westbound on the 401, getting busy through Kennedy Express and Collectors. Then we have delays from Mavis and the Collectors to approaching Mississauga Road. Southbound on the 400, the ramp to Finch is partially blocked with a stalled vehicle. That right lane is closed. Not much of a delay, though. The southbound 400 ramp to Finch is pretty well open, aside from that right lane restriction. Southbound on the 404, getting busier. Delays now from just south of Finch onto the 401 ramps, and a bit of volume on the southbound DVP from the 401 to York Mills. Northbound Don Valley Parkway, that's heavy from north of Don Mills to York Mills. And on city streets, construction delays westbound Finch from Jane to west of the 400. All traffic is reduced to a single lane at Signet. Your next traffic report is at 1:21. Now with the forecast, here's Denise Andriachi.
A windy day for the GTA. Special weather statement issued by Environment.
It's up by 400 points. The S&P higher by 56. The Nasdaq still the best performer. It's up by 1.8%. And the TSX higher by about 0.5%, up 100 points to 21,979. Now the gold and energy sectors are in the red today, so that's holding Bay Street back a bit. Gold is down $27, $19.69. Oil down by $5.55 to $102.66. And the Canadian dollar down 8/100, 79.22 cents U.S. At the City News Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
Dynamic Funds believes in the power of professional advice. Speak with a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to learn more.
Scott McGilvery here. I've done hundreds of home renovations over the years, and I'm particularly careful about what I put under the floors. On my projects, I use DMX One Step 2.0. This easy-to-install underlayment has an air gap design that allows moisture to evaporate, and it doesn't require wood subfloors, which can be a food source for mold growth. DMX One Step can be used under most vinyl or laminate floors, so whatever you choose, you know your investment will be protected. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold. Find it at the Home Depot.
The Hyundai Advantage Sales Event is one of our biggest events of the year, so we're checking all the boxes. Lease or finance from 0.99% on select 2022 models? Check. Shop on your own terms with Hyundai Click to Buy. Check that. More of the comfort and safety features you want. Double check. And a 5-year comprehensive limited warranty? Totally a check. Enjoy these advantages during the Hyundai Advantage Sales Event. Conditions apply. Visit HyundaiCanada.com for your dealer for details.
Toronto's news. Now, this is City News 680. Everywhere.
Okay, it's overcast right now and 6 degrees in downtown Toronto. Good afternoon. I'm Steve Roberts.
And I'm Sarah Parrott. Here are the top stories this hour.
A child has been taken to hospital after being struck by a vehicle this morning in Brampton. Happened around 8:30 near Sandalwood Parkway in Richville Road after a chain reaction crash. Now we can't tell you the intersection has reopened to traffic, and it wasn't but a couple of weeks ago that a similar crash along the area had one vehicle flip onto its roof and end up in someone's backyard. In eastern Ukraine, Russia is intensifying its assaults on cities and towns along a front that is hundreds of kilometers long. Our Irene Franklin will have a full rundown and the latest developments at 1:30. And coming up after sports, it doesn't appear as though this country will be following the U.S. when it comes to dropping mask mandates on planes and trains. First, though, it is time for sports, and from Sportsnet 590 The Fan, here's Caroline Frolic.
Well, thanks, Steve. The Leafs continue their record season tonight as they play host to the struggling Flyers. Toronto just set franchise records for wins and points in the victory Sunday over the Islanders, and they did it without 58-goal scorer Austin Matthews. He sat out due to an undisclosed minor injury. He was on the ice ahead of the optional morning skate today, though. He will not be in the lineup again this evening. Leafs looking to continue to roll into the postseason while handing the Flyers their 6th straight loss. Puck drops at 7, and it's on Sportsnet. The Jays are back to work tonight as well. They're on the road at Boston. Toronto sending Yusei Kikuchi Kikuchi to the mound. Boston counter with Nathan Eovaldi. In Kikuchi's Jays debut didn't go well. It was a 4-0 loss to the Yankees. He gave up 3 runs and 5 hits in 3 1/3. While Eovaldi will be making his 3rd start of the season, he's 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA. First pitch just after 7 on Sportsnet. And the Raptors have the night off after a rough 2 games in Philly. Raps hoping to avoid going down 0-3 as the series shifts to Toronto tomorrow night. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
Why are you grinning? Have I got shaving cream in my ear?
No, I'm just so happy we came to Maple Auto Mall.
Yeah, we got the make we want, we got the options we want, we got exactly what we want.
There are 9 dealerships here. Of course we got what we want.
You mean it wasn't my great negotiating skills?
Everyone gets what they want at Maple Auto Mall.
Way to burst my balloon.
I'll get you another balloon.
Get me 2.
Okay, 2.
See how I negotiated that?
Part of the Zankin Auto Group. I have a question. Why do phone companies only seem to want to reward the new people? Shouldn't everyone get rewarded? Public Mobile thinks so. And they've made rewarding you a priority with Public Points. Whether you're a new customer or an older, wiser customer, Public Points rewards you for being you. Get points for referring a friend or sticking around, and spend them on rewards you actually want, like lowering your phone bill. It genuinely feels rewarding, and that's nice. Switch to Public Mobile. Get rewarded.
City News Time, 1:18.
Ontario is reporting 1,486 people in hospital with COVID-19 today. That's up 14% from the previous day. And the province is also reporting 206 COVID patients in intensive care, and that is a slight increase from yesterday as well. It says more than 10% of hospitals, though, did not provide any data on hospitalizations. Well, it doesn't appear as though this country will be following the U.S. anytime soon when it comes to mask mandates on planes and trains. A U.S. court decision has struck down the mandate for planes south of the border. However, a statement to City News from spokesperson for the federal transport minister says there is no change to the federal policy here. It says that masks remain an incredibly useful tool against COVID-19, and the government's top priority is keeping Canadians safe. South Africa is now declaring a national state of disaster after floods killed at least 440 people in the eastern city of Durban.
The historic rains washing out roads, obliterating bridges, tossing vehicles into homes. Tens of thousands now homeless.
I don't even have a bed.
Rescuers wading through waist-deep floodwaters with search dogs, at times even swimming.
And water tankers have now been sent to areas where access to clean water has been disrupted. And there are
All the sizes and colors and clarities of Earth diamonds. And all the sizes and colors and clarities of artisan-created diamonds. Yes, and every style of engagement ring that's ever been designed. And we can customize any design to make it one of a kind.
That's amazing.
Spence Diamonds is an amazing place.
Every possible diamond and every possible engagement ring?
Welcome to Spence Diamonds.
Woo!
Spence Diamonds.
Wow!
Located in Vaughan, Scarborough, and Mississauga.
Weather specialist Denise Andriacci's forecast for the day today. We're looking at mostly cloudy conditions. Maybe a chance of some rain this afternoon with a guaranteed high of 5 degrees. For tonight, it's going to be cloudy and a low down to 4 as we head into tomorrow, though we're expecting sunshine and a high near 10. Right now in downtown, it's overcast and looks like 6 degrees. Michael Gibbons, the Midday Show editor. Zahir Hashimi is at the digital desk. And City News Time at the Double Tones, 1:30.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680, everywhere.
Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, April 19th. I'm Sarah Parrott.
And I'm Steve Roberts. Here's what's making news this hour.
A child is in hospital after a brutal 2-car collision in Brampton.
It honestly sounded like the biggest bang you could ever imagine.
This is the same intersection where a car landed on its roof in a backyard 2 weeks ago. The Ontario Liberals roll out a big campaign plan.
No more delays. We will deliver a handgun ban.
Del Duca promising to get tough on guns, despite the fact that most used in crime are obtained illegally.
Well, Russia is continuing attacks across Ukraine. It is focusing on the eastern region and closing in on the southern port city.
As Russia steps up Ukraine, Canada is stepping up sanctions. The feds introduced new sanctions on 14 people, including Vladimir Putin's daughters and others close to the Russian regime.
The Leafs and Jays both get back to work tonight, and it is a travel day for the Raptors, who are left stunned by the events in Philly. Sports at 45.
We've got solid gains on U.S. markets. Bay Street higher for a fourth day, and that's even with sizable declines for oil and gold. Business at 56.
Time 1:31.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Carrie Prescott.
This report is brought to you by Diamond & Diamond Lawyers. Eastbound on the 401, it's busy from Winston Churchill to east of Mississauga Road. Delays have gotten a little bit better across the city. Still slow, though, approaching Kipling to the 400. Express and collectors just not quite as jammed through that stretch. Southbound on the 404, a slow go from south of Finch onto the 401 ramp. But the southbound DVP, that's moving very well right now from the 401 to the Gardner. And westbound Gardner hasn't really gotten busy just yet. Westbound on the QEW, we have some wood debris reported approaching Aaron Mills in the left lane, so watch out through that stretch. Just got the all clear from the MTO on the southbound 400. That problem on the ramp to Finch, and that is now gone. Eastbound on the QEW Gardner, not spotting any problems. If you're heading up the northbound Don Valley Parkway, that's busy from Don Mills to York Mills. And the westbound 401 is a little bit slow if you head past Kennedy and the collectors, then heavier volume from Mavis and the Express, just west of Mavis and the collectors to approaching Mississauga Road. If you've been injured in an accident, your suffering and expenses could be completely covered. Call Diamond & Diamond Lawyers for a free consultation. 1-800-567-HURT. And now with the forecast, here's Denise Andriachi.
Another below seasonal day today, a guaranteed high of only 5 degrees.
Bored-inspired, misguided comfort, because stats seem to suggest that it's more about illegal versus legal. It's about all of it, and it's never being tackled properly by the sports conservative.
As for why the liberals didn't do this when they were in power, well, Del Duca says gun violence is spiraling out of control now. Although statistics show there were more gun deaths when the liberals were in power than in Doug Ford's first year in office. Richard, Southern City News.
Almost 7 weeks into the Russian war in Ukraine, and the attacks are only growing in scale and intensity, depending on where you are. Now, City's Irene Precklett has been following the latest developments there and joins us live now with details. Irene?
Steve, the battle for the Donbas region is underway. Russia unleashing even more missiles as it looks to take control of that section of eastern Ukraine. Russia had pulled some of its forces out of Kyiv to refocus on the area. And in another key battleground, the southern city of Mariupol, the Security Service of Ukraine releasing what it is calling intercepted Russian communication, which indicates Russia plans to level the steel factory in that city. That's where there are hundreds of Ukrainians, both soldiers and those who've gone there for shelter. The UN Secretary General is calling for a 4-day humanitarian pause in fighting starting on Thursday.
After waiting since yesterday, and we understand that lines are continuing to now move. Sunwing says its team has successfully processed upwards of 15 flights manually since yesterday.
And the Canadian Food Inspection Agency is keeping an eye on a U.S. investigation of a popular breakfast cereal made by General Mills. Our business editor, Chris McCusker, explains.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says it's examining more than 100 reports from consumers who say they got sick after eating Lucky Charms. Now, those reports followed thousands of posts, including some from Canada, on a consumer website where people reported nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea after eating the cereal. Now, it is rare for people to get sick from eating breakfast cereal because it's baked, which typically kills any pathogens, but it can get contaminated during packaging. In 2018, a salmonella outbreak traced to a Kellogg cereal sickened at least 135 people in the U.S.
For city's transit system tomorrow, nearly 100 workers responsible for train control and signal maintenance along the Union Station rail corridor could walk off the job after midnight tonight. Metrolink spokeswoman Anne-Marie Akins tells City News that would cause an impact on passengers.
Well, it would be anywhere more than 10 to 15 minutes delayed and several trips canceled at peak in the morning and peak in the afternoon. That sort of thing. It's hard to predict for that, and I really wish I could guarantee there wouldn't be any delays, but we do want our customers to be prepared for that.
And the union that represents the workers is looking for higher wages and improved benefits. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has offered an apology for attending an illegal party during lockdown.
Back in the House of Commons after a lengthy Easter break, the Prime Minister rebuffed opposition calls to resign for breaking the pandemic restrictions he imposed on the country.
As soon as I received the notice, I acknowledged the hurt and the anger. And I said that people had a right to expect better of their Prime Minister.
Johnson paid a small fine for attending his own surprise birthday party in Downing Street. The penalty made him the first Prime Minister ever found to have broken the law while in office. Tom Rivers, ABC News, London.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check in with traffic and weather.
City News Time, 1:50.
I have no idea where this is going. I know I have to change. Push myself. Take a chance. Make it finally happen. I have doubts, but also courage. This is going to be an experience I'll never forget. I'm going to put myself out there, get uncomfortable, journey forward. This will be my rally cry. Again and again and again. The University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies. What's your rally cry?
Now's the time to get into your new Nissan during the Nissan Now sales event. Answer the call to the versatile Rogue with the new, powerful and efficient 1.5-liter VC turbo engine and Nissan's advanced standard safety shield 360. Right now, lease the 2020 Rogue from the equivalent of
Spadina to west of Strawn, and we have a slow drive northbound DVP from Don Mills to York Mills. On City Streets, westbound Finch, ongoing construction west of the 400. That's where it's reduced to a single lane. The traffic is pretty heavy from Jane to west of the 400. Tim McAuliffe has friends, seriously, and they really know sports. Check out Tim and Friends on Sportsnet. And now with the extended forecast, here's Denise Andriachi. Highs near 5 degrees today, some rain showers and a few spotty wet flurries possible. It's a very gusty day today. This afternoon and evening, we'll have winds clocking in at about 50 to 70 kilometers per hour gusts. They will start to ease overnight. It's cold overnight. We'll have a wind chill close to -6. Sunny for Wednesday near 10. Thursday, highs near 16, but spring showers in the forecast. Looks like we'll luck out on Friday around 14 for a daytime high with some sunny conditions in the afternoon. The guaranteed high for today, 5.
Right now downtown, it's overcast at 5 degrees. We've got the same conditions now at Pearson. City News Time, 1:53.
Hey there. Have you always wanted to be a real estate investor but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Todd C. Slater, president of The Simple Investor. Coming up on Thursday, May the 5th at 7 p.m., join me for our Simple Real Estate Investment webinar. Find out who makes the best tenant, where's the best place to buy, and who offers the best mortgage. To register, go to thesimpleinvestor.com today. The Simple Investor. We make the world of real estate investment simple.
It's one of the quickest ways to connect.
And that's what we're all about. So join us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
What you need to know on all your socials.
At City News Toronto.
Well, the province is reporting 1,486 people in hospital with COVID-19 today, up from 1,031 yesterday and 1,366 last week. The number of people in intensive care is 206. That's up from 202 yesterday. The province has also recorded 1 new death related to the virus. Well, coming up in business news in about 60 seconds, you might soon see more of these stores popping up.
City News Time, 1:55.
Get hooked on Bolt Plus. Bolt Plus is your fastener specialist, plus so much more. Check out their massive showroom filled with an extensive inventory of industrial and safety supplies, such as abrasives, adhesives, and lubricants.
It appeared as though every single building in the city of Irpin and Hostomel sustained some bit of damage.
So far, the key southern port city of Mariupol has not fallen, but the security service of Ukraine releasing what it is calling intercepted.
Environment Canada for gusts up to 70 kilometers an hour for this afternoon and evening. A guaranteed high of only 5 degrees today and still the chance of some scattered showers and wet flurries. Partly cloudy overnight and we'll have sunshine for Wednesday with highs around 10. The guaranteed high today, 5. Right now in downtown Toronto, it's cloudy, 5 degrees. At Pearson Airport, a bit of light rain and 5. City News Time, 2:13.
Time now for the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. Let's go to the Business Center now and check in with Chris McCusker. Chris?
Steve, we've still got a winning day, although markets in the U.S. a little off their highs for the day. The NASDAQ still the best performer. It's up by 1.5%. At one point today, it jumped by 2%. The S&P higher by 59, the Dow up by 355, and the TSX higher for a fourth straight day. It's up 85 points, 21,963. That's a gain of 0.4%, so it is lagging its U.S. counterparts in part
because commodities are in the red. So gold is down $28 to $19.57. Oil is down $5.17 to $103.04. That's a drop of almost 5%, and the Canadian dollar down by 79 point an evening.
Team to take care of your condo building and save you money. Find out how much. Ask your condo board of directors to contact Living Properties at livingproperties.com.
City News Time, 2:21.
Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Carrie Prunskis.
This report is brought to you by the Toronto Star. Traveling the eastbound 403 at Erin Mills. 3 right lanes are still closed, all for a police investigation. So the HOV lane is getting through. There was a full closure not too long ago, but now traffic is able to use that HOV lane. However, it's incredibly slow. The eastbound 403 is jam-packed from approaching Winston Churchill to Erin Mills. And the southbound Erin Mills ramp to the eastbound 403, that is closed as well. An update, westbound 403, the ramp to Erin Mills is now closed. However, they have reopened the southbound Erin Mills ramp to the westbound 403. And just a minor delay westbound 403 as you head past Erin Mills. Southbound 400.
Well, a visit to the dentist turned out to be a trip to the hospital for one man in Illinois.
It was a regular trip to the dentist for Tom Josie, but he coughed at one point during the procedure, and the inch-long dental drill bit his dentist was using was sucked into his lung.
I didn't really even feel it going down. All I did was really felt the cough.
He asked his dentist,
what happens if you can't get it out? The answer was part of my lung was going to have to get removed.
It was so deep they couldn't reach it, but instead of cutting open that lung, doctors tried a device normally used for early cancer detection, and they managed to pull it out. Now he still has the drill bit on a shelf at home as a souvenir. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
It's just bizarre. Just
I'm just That's too much.
Oh, it turns out though it is a good day to be holding shares in Lululemon. Chris McCusker with the reason why next.
City News Time, 2:25.
Calling all business owners. It's time to skill up your people and grow your company. The Career Foundation can help. We run the Canada-Ontario Job Grant Program, which can help you cover staff training costs up to $10,000 per employee. Find out if your business is eligible today. Visit careerfoundation.com/COJG and sign up for a virtual information session. That's careerfoundation.com/COJG. This Employment Ontario program is funded in part by the Government of Canada and the Government of Ontario. City News 680. Traffic alert.
This is Carrie Preston from the City News 680 Traffic Center. Eastbound 403 at Erin Mills. Only the HOV lane is open because of a police investigation. Major delays there. And southbound 400 approaching King Road. Only the left lane is getting through. That's due to a collision. The traffic watch continues.
Our biggest event of the year is on now at Toyota. Red Tag Days are here.
And interest rates, especially interest rates and central banks accelerating their tightening. And even today, we're still seeing the 10-year Treasury no yield climbing in the U.S. up closer to 2.9%. It hasn't been there since the end of 2018. So interest rates are definitely still a factor, but especially really starting today, we're moving into earnings season now. We had a couple of results from big U.S. banks last week and a couple of numbers yesterday, but today we started to see more results from a larger number of sectors, and they were coming in better than expected, and so far markets have responded positively.
The price for gold going the other way, down $30, $19.56. Oil could snap a 4-day winning streak. It's down by about $5 right now to $103.38, a drop of 4 and
late service for those trains, if it does come to that. Now, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers has 95 members that could be on the picket line Wednesday. They are train movement directors and signal workers. They've been working throughout the whole pandemic without a collective agreement. Their last one expired at the end of 2019. The union is looking for better wages and other improvements. Management says they've kept everybody employed despite the greatly reduced number of commuters during COVID. Live outside Union Station, Mark Douglas, City News.
A child is in the hospital after being struck by a vehicle in Brampton this morning while she was on the sidewalk. Neighbors are angry because it happened just steps away from another crash that happened 2 weeks ago. Our Mama Qureshi joins us from Brampton with the story and reaction.
Around 8:30 this morning, Diana was standing in her house when she heard the crash happen.
It honestly sounded like the biggest bang you could ever imagine, and then I heard the sirens.
2 cars smashing into each other, leaving both with front end damage, including one that mounted the sidewalk, crossed some grass, and smashed into a backyard fence. Peel police say a girl under the age of 12 was hit and taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Diana tells me this intersection is a problem.
The same intersection where 5 accidents have happened in a matter of 3 weeks.
5 in 3 weeks.
Yeah, this is the second major one. The other 2 were minor. This is a major intersection where children cross through for school. There's 3 schools down the road this way and 2 schools down this way. And there's a crossing guard that stands here every day. It's scary.
This is the same intersection where...
Pro predicts the price will rise 7 cents at midnight to $1.84.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
City News Time, 2:40.
Need a job? Next Steps Employment Centers have helped over 20,000 people get a job in the last 5 years. Get one-on-one career advice, get matched with employers, and access resources, workshops, and financial support for free. Visit next-steps.ca.
Switching your car and home insurance to Bel Air Direct with an online quote could save you up to 7.
Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to learn more.
Did you know that you can get Prometrium at no additional cost versus a generic? With the Organon Select card, you can ask your pharmacist for brand name Prometrium. For more details and to get your Organon Select card today, visit prometrium.ca. Prometrium, brought to you by Organon.
Need to make more money?